The two Koreas and the United States are in a race against time to be ready for their big summits in the coming weeks' time. With so many issues to cover, the respective sides are having to identify their priorities. And it goes without saying that one of the main goals of Seoul and Washington is putting North Korea on the course to peaceful denuclearization. But is that a realistic goal? Our Kim Hyesung spoke with the experts.
The two Koreas held summit talks back in 2000 and 2007 to improve their bilateral relationship. The upcoming April summit talks will be the third historic meeting, but the stakes are higher with North Korea in its final stages of nuclear weapons development and a somewhat unpredictable U.S. President Donald Trump who even threatened a possible preemptive strike. So what are some of the key conditions for the talks to succeed and really help achieve a peaceful denuclearization of the Korean peninsula?
The definition of denuclearization, that's what experts say, is critical above all else.
What South Korea and the U.S. mean by denuclearization is the North completely giving up nuclear weapons. But North Korea hasn't made clear yet whether it means giving up nuclear weapons, a freeze, or what. At the summit, Seoul needs to get Pyongyang to make this clear.
Previous talks failed. The North reneged on the signed agreements and continued to develop nuclear weapons. This time, before talking about any kind of give and take like economic rewards or North Korea normalizing relations with the U.S., South Korea needs to confirm the North's sincerity and its commitment to denuclearize if the talks are to succeed and if Seoul is to keep its alliance with Washington strong. But managed expectations from the Trump administration is also needed.
It will be helpful to get a better sense of parameters and manage expectations. If he goes into the negotiations and pushes Kim Jong-un to immediately, denuclearize, to agree to his conditions or else, I just hope that he doesn't come back and then listen to the very hawkish advice of his national security advisor, immediately ratchet up tensions and consider military option.
To keep the summit from falling apart, finding a realistic bottom line North Korea and the U.S. can agree on is key. The parties also need to keep holding preparatory meetings like the Track 1.5 talks between Seoul, Washington, and Pyongyang held in Finland last week. This is where South Korea's role and the Inter-Korean Summit serve as a bridge between Washington and Pyongyang. Another condition for the talks to succeed is that South Korea, which got the ball rolling on the summit, be able to deal with the variables and changing strategic dynamics. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's two-day trip to Beijing is something that complicates the equation, which experts interpret as the North's attempt to enhance its negotiation position against South Korea and the U.S. amid the tensions between China and the U.S. over trade.
South Korea needs to cooperate with its neighbors and make sure the tough sanctions on the North stay in place. We're seeing a possible breakthrough in solving the North Korea crisis. It's like a puzzle, with the pieces representing many different interests. We need to put it together with caution and preparation, or else we're back to brinksmanship.
Kim Hyesung, Arirang News.